One of the biggest challenges we face as project managers is the increasing pace of change. More precisely, it's the pressure that our organisations and clients and sponsors place upon us as project managers to respond to that pace of change with increasingly rapid results from our projects. So in this video, I want to share with you some of my thoughts about how we can respond to that pressure in a way that is appropriate. What makes it particularly difficult to respond to this pressure for rapid change is the need to maintain an appropriate level of rigor as we do so. There's always a trade-off between the need for greater pace on the one hand and the consequent lighter governance that is bound to arise on the other. And as I've been refining my understanding of Agile Project Management and some of the methodologies around that, I've been thinking carefully about what elements of governance I consider are key to our success and therefore non-negotiable, no matter how fast and how agilely we try to move. I am far from an expert in Agile and I'm far from settled in my views on this, but here are 5 components of that essential rigor that at this moment I think are key for us as project managers, no matter how much pressure we find ourselves under. The first is to make sure we fully define the problem we're trying to solve or the opportunity we're trying to seize. And I don't necessarily mean fully defining the solution. That's part of what Agile is all about. But even with design thinking, which is now becoming a central part of the thinking of many Agile practitioners, it is essential early on to define the problem or to define the opportunity that we're trying to work on. And if we don't take the time to do that, then there will be a lot of false starts and a lot of wasted time, money and resources. It's one thing to find a solution that doesn't quite work and to tweak the solution. It's quite another to find the right solution to the wrong problem. The second thing is to fully engage with our stakeholders. In the rush for results, fast forwarding through stakeholder engagement, not giving them the time that they need, the time they deserve, is a false economy. If you're not properly consulting your stakeholders, you will miss out on finding out important information. If you're not taking the time to build relationships with stakeholders, you won't be able to harness that investment later when you need to influence them and win their support. Stakeholder engagement is time-consuming, but it is your stakeholders who will evaluate the success or not of your project. So make sure you give stakeholder engagement the time that it deserves. The third thing is conspicuous leadership. Again, under pressure, it's very tempting to drive your project forward faster and faster with a more command and control approach. That's antithetical to most Agile project management methodologies, which emphasize engaging your team and empowering them to do the work. But it's easy to go too far, to empower your team by becoming too hands-off, not engage with them, and therefore not give them the leadership they need. The faster you have to perform, the more you need to engage with your team, the more you need to lead them, but do so in an appropriate manner. The fourth thing is situational awareness. When you're moving at pace, with a lot of uncertainties and a volatile situation, risk management is crucial. And whilst you may not be able to identify all of the risks ahead of time, it does become essential that you are constantly alert for changes that could signify risk. Therefore, a strong risk management process that allows you and your team to identify and evaluate new risks on a regular and frequent basis is core to the keeping your project under control and therefore successful. The final thing is accountability. Under the pressure to perform quickly, you'll need to review all of the processes of good governance, like decision making, goal setting, and oversight of the project. Yes, you will need a lighter touch governance in many situations. But I would say this, because your integrity is core to your success as a professional and as a project manager, then your accountability must be a fixed star within the governance cosmos. No matter what governance procedures you settle on, they must all be designed to ensure that you and your team are fully accountable for the decisions you make and the actions you take. So, 5 things to get right no matter how fast your project has to move. Defining the problem or the opportunity, engaging with your stakeholders, conspicuous leadership, situational awareness, and accountability. Please do give us a thumbs up if you like this video. I'm looking forward to creating more, so subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to make sure you don't miss any of them. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.